Welcome back to Briggs on Books, our international talk show. We've been talking to people all over the world this week: Scotland, India, England, Canada, Texas, and finally, we have Cowboy Mike all the way from Prescott, Arizona. Welcome, Cowboy Mike.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, you've written some children's books, but before we get to that, we opened the segment with this book on the screen, CEO Stories. Tell us a little bit about that one. Not for kids?
No, that one's a business book. I'm sure kids can read it because it's all good. But yes, I ran multiple companies worldwide, internationally, and I was in the golf business for 30 years. Distribution, manufacturing of equipment, but like lawnmowers, right? Things like that. Yeah. And so the book's basically CEO Stories, children employed by owners. And there's multiple companies. I want to say that I manage, the names are changed in the companies that, the kids come in and they take the company down. They brought me in to go in and re-straighten them back out, or they brought me in when the dad was there and they were running good, and then they decided to put the kid in charge and the business go under. Yeah. So it's kind of a fun little, I wrote it like a Blanchard book, where it's short read. You can take the thing an hour and a half and you're done, and it's like 7-8 little chapter stories.
To hold our guests' attention, I'm flashing up one of the children's books covers, but I want to stick to this business book a second, because I like to read business books from successful business people, not professors. So you did it. You had successful businesses, and you wrote a book about it. And is this the one that was placing pretty good on the Goodreads?
Yeah, on Goodreads, I got a couple #1 rankings. One of them is best business book for people that, that work for themselves. Yeah. It's ranked #1. They have different categories, and one is the most valuable business related book. And then the big one for me is I ranked #7. This is as of end of 2023, and they have the top 100 business books of all time, and I'm ranked #7.
#7,
yeah.
I've
had some great success with it, and like I said, I'm more just an entrepreneur. I didn't call him an entrepreneur. I'm more of a turnaround guy. I would go into businesses where they were struggling or needed success, and I go in and I turn them around, and that's really my background, is making them successful and training people how to be successful.
Yeah, now, you mentioned Goodreads. We don't talk about Goodreads much on this show, but I just wanted to say that every book I read, I post on Goodreads. And to pick my next book, often I go to Goodreads to pick the book for reasons just like you're saying. They get ranked, and people are buying them, and people are commenting on the books and stuff. So Goodreads is a great site. Goodreads.com, I think, is what it is.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, yes.
Now, next picture I'm going to put up here, Cowboy Mike, is a picture of you and a pony. Is this how it all started? Tell us the story. That's
where it all started. So I have a pony called Winston. So I'm into horses. I did a sport for years called cowboy mounted shooting. So real quick on that is basically you ride a horse, you're dressed up as a cowboy, you have 2 6-shooters, we shoot blanks. So it's just gunpowder that comes out, and they have about 60 different patterns, and it's all speed, timing, and you're shooting the balloons while you're in it. So my daughter and I did this sport, and we had another horse, and she was in a different sport that was lonely, didn't like it when we were gone. So I had rescued a pony. And that's where Winston came from. Yeah. And from there, I opened up a charity called Pony4Precious, where we offer scholarships, free books, mentor teens, things like this. But it's all based about the pony, Winston. Yeah. And then that's where the first book came up, was about,
you started writing
Cowboy Mike and Winston.
Cowboy Mike, you started writing the books about, I see the one we have up, A Day in the Life of Cowboy Mike and Winston. So,
right, that was the first one. So that was our very first book that we wrote, and it's how you take care of a pony, right, is what it is, and it's kind of the steps and everything else, because they're work, right? You got to be up at 5, 6 a.m. to feed them, and you got to clean them, and then wash them, whatever, and let them play, and at the end of the night you got to go back through the whole steps again. Yep. So that's so all my books on the children are really kind of educational, great, amazing art. I have a lady out of Spain that does the artwork, so that's the series of books.
Yeah, doesn't every kid wish they could have a horse or a pony?
Yeah, our tagline is everybody wants a pony.
Everybody wants a pony, right? And be careful what you wish for, because sometimes your wishes come true. But maybe your books are a good introduction to those young people who want their own horse or pony. I give them an idea how much work it is. And veterinarian, I think there's a book about the veterinarian in there too.
Yeah, one about getting the checkup, and then one of them is about adventure at our ranch, at Blue Mountain Ranch, and then one's about Cowboy Church, and because we competed on Sundays, we wanted to go to church, so we'd have a gentleman named Ed Avery that would put on Cowboy Church, so the book's about them, and then the last one is Cowboy Mike goes to the racetrack, and then he had a personal friend, Molly Anderson. She was a professional horse trainer for the racing horse tracks here in Arizona, and she passed away a couple years ago. But I met her through the mounted shooting, so I did a book about her.
Yeah. Now, who would read these books? What age?
They're probably that. I mean, they're not reading the pictures at 1 to about 6 or 7 is what they come in through.
Yeah. By the way, my trick is that when my kids were young, I'd buy books. These would have been perfect. Every birthday party my kids go to, they'd take a book as the gift. And if you know a young person, these would be a good gift for them. But you know who else are good gifts for is for Grandma and Grandpa, because when the grandkids go to their house, there's a book for Grandma to read to them, and it's a lot of fun. We do that, too.
Exactly. Well, and the new craze now is they have baby showers, and it's bring a book.
Bring a book to the baby shower. That's right.
Yeah. So that's kind of the new thing.
Well, we just told our guests what their next gifts are going to be. Buy these books. Don't buy one. Buy the whole series, or buy 5 of each or something. You'll go through them in a year easily.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about your Pony for Precious. It's
Precious.
Nonprofit.
Right, so it's a 501c3 charity, and like I said, so our big missions is we offer scholarships, so anybody can apply at pony4precious.org, and then how much money we raise, the board sits down and says, hey, here's how much scholarships we're going to give away. The other thing is we like to do free books. So last year in 2023, I did over $950 books at different events, charities. We give them away. If someone walks in, we'll give them a book. And the best part about, at least I think for my books, are every book that's bought on Amazon or Barnes & Noble, 100% of the money is donated back to Pony4Precious. I don't make any money.
That's nice.
So I don't touch the money. It actually is wired right into their bank account. So then that allows them to buy books, to go out and for us to give free books away.
Yeah. Does Cowboy Mike go out and do public things? Do people get to meet Cowboy Mike?
Yeah, Cowboy Mike does a lot of different appearances. So we have an indoor arena football called the Wranglers, Northern Arizona Wranglers. And I think actually Bakersfield is going to be getting one, is what I was told. And so the last 3 years, I'll show up at one of the games. We pass out about 150 books to children. I autograph them for them. One of the local malls up here, H2O Health, has had me at Halloween. Cowboy Mike's up there dressed up, signing and giving the kids books, and then different events. One of the things I'm striving is I would love to get into hospitals where the kids are, sick, and bring in a set of books. And that's kind of my goal. But when COVID hit, that kind of shut everything down, and it's been real hard to get them to call you back.
Hard to get into hospitals right now. Yeah. Tell me about your website, michaeleastwood.com.
Right. It's Eastwood.com.
I see it. Yeah.
Eastwood.com. So it's basically that one is about me and my books and the author and my story and everything that we do. And then again, there's Pony4Precious that has myself again on there and about the books, but it talks about Winston and educational, everything like that. So really, the Michael Eastwood's more about if you want to learn about me and my books and what I do and what my passion's about.
And the other website is pony4precious.com?
.org.
.org, of course.
.org, right. And then that one will have everything, but you can learn more about Winston on that one. Yeah. Because we have pictures and videos. I've
got all your websites wrong, but they're correct on the screen here. michaeldeastwood.com, pony4precious.org, and we have your Instagram, only for Precious also. Pony4Precious is up there also. So, Michael, we're way out of time. I could talk to you all day, though. Anything else you want our viewers to know?
No, I just hope you guys enjoy my books. And again, if you just remember, if you're buying a book, you're basically giving a book to a child. So it supports everybody and it educates them.
Yeah, and my message today is don't buy a book. Buy 5 books or 10 books. You'll go through these books in no time. And what a great cause. I appreciate you doing that, Mike. Mike Eastwood, everyone. We'll be back with more Briggs on Books right after this.
Thank you.